What's going on, everyone? We're starting live like a minute early, but fuck it, we all here. Why not?
Yes, sir.
I got some first time guests. We had a great guest last night, and my friend VJ, who is a lifelong Bulls fan, and she's probably honestly one of the most intelligent women when it comes to basketball ever. Like she loves the sport. But I got two new guests here today. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
I kick it off.
Matthew.
I'm Kognacboyz Bobby, one of the co-founders of Chicago Sports with the Kognacboyz. Been rocking with the Bulls for a very long time, since them younger, all the way back when we had Ben Gordon and Kurt Heinrich. So, and then it just grew and grew when Derrick Rose came in, and then we just dived deeper and deeper, through the good and the bad. So obviously we can't forget about the history. I was born in 94, so I didn't really get to see Mike, but I hear all the stories about Michael Jordan and his greatness. So I had to go back and look at some of those hardwood classics, So that is.
For sure.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm Kognacboyz C-Dub, and I'm his uncle, and I did see Michael play. You know what I'm saying? So I seen the ups and I seen the downs, but it's looking good this season, y'all. Don't worry about this COVID. Let's go.
It'll pass. This too shall pass, right? It'll pass. But
definitely.
So I was born in '86, so I got to see the second three-peat, and I have vivid memories. Like one of the early stories, because I'm one of seven, right? I have six sisters. They used to make so much fun of me because as a kid, if the Bulls lost the game, I literally would cry myself to sleep that day. That's how deep my Bulls fandom is. They used to make so much motherfucking fun of me. It was ridiculous, but I've been a fan my whole life, man, of the Bulls.
Take that.
So,
man, I feel the same way because my mama used to get on me, man, after those games. Ooh, boy, get in that room. Stop crying over that stupid little game. But mama, we lost, mama.
For real. You already know.
For real. And then, like, don't get me wrong, the rebuild that we've been going through since we traded Jimmy Butler has been painful, but it ain't nothing compared to the baby Bulls era rebuild after the dynasty. That shit hurt.
Oh
yeah.
Hurt.
Goodness. You talking about Eddie Robinson and those guys. Oh my God.
Tyrus Thomas.
Even before then, we talking Elton Brand.
Brand.
Yeah.
And then for us to trade him away and then to see him fucking turn into a 20 and 10 every night. It was just like, come on, man.
Man, that hurt. That really hurt my soul when he did that to us too. Nah, it wasn't guard packs, bro. That was way back in the day.
Yeah.
That was way back in the day.
Can't even remember.
You talking about Tyrus? That was another one. And you know what? Honestly, when they drafted Tyrus Thomas, I'm like, this kid because that first year he had some games where he flashed some potential, and it was like, all right, he's not as good as LaMarcus right away, but you see why they picked him.
Right.
By the second season, it was just like, get this motherfucker off the court.
Man,
bro.
he wasn't getting no better, man. All he wanted to do was dunk, man. He wasn't getting any better, man.
But no, you remember how invested Bulls fans were when they tried to convince themselves Tyrus Thomas grew 2 inches over the summer?
My goodness.
See, that's what I'm saying.
No.
It was deep, man.
Right,
it was deep. It was every there. I remember it was over the summer. There was a picture with him and Luau Deng, and you can clearly see Luau was bent over some. And Bulls fans was like, "See, Tyrus Thomas grew 2 inches. He's going to be our starting power forward forever." It's like, come on, man.
Man, Tyrus Thomas, man, he had all the opportunity in the world to get better too, dude. And when Taj came, guess what happened to him? Anybody know?
Between Taj and Joe Kim coming, they were just like, you know what? You gotta go.
Where did he go? We don't even know.
We traded him to Charlotte, I think. At that time, were they in Charlotte? I can't remember, but we traded them to the Bobcats. They were still the Bobcats at that point in time.
Wow.
And I don't know what happened to him after that.
Oh my goodness. Well, R.I.P. him.
Right.
R.I.P. him. Man, we moving on though.
Let's move. Let's not relive trauma, man.
I don't want to. Eddie Curry.
Listen, Eddie Curry, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Fat,
you know what though? If they don't watch it, Zion may be the next Eddie Curry with the way he keeps gaining weight. I'm just saying.
What's wrong with this kid? He didn't even get paid yet. He could at least get that contract.
I don't
Then
know.
start getting bigger.
Somebody photoshopping his photos or something, because on one picture he looked big, and then on another picture they posted on Instagram talking about, so look, he slimmed down. I don't know what to believe.
No. Believe that boy big.
Yeah,
All
for
that
sure,
gumbo.
Yeah. He down there eating good in New Orleans. The food in New
Good
Orleans, man. I'm
gumbo.
one of my friends lives in New Orleans, man. And I couldn't live down there because 50 pounds easy,
What?
especially during COVID.
What?
Man, listen,
Yeah.
That's all you got to do is eat up in the crib and watch sports
and drink. That's
and
it.
drink.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go.
But so where you guys stand at with this team so far? One of the questions that I did want to ask you guys just to start, what do you think right now the ceiling, not if they don't make a trade, nothing. Right now, this team, what do you think the ceiling is for this team?
I start off. Believe me, I'm being objective when I speak here.
Mm-hmm.
The ceiling is the Eastern Conference Finals. I didn't say they win it, but the ceiling is there. When you look at the rest of the Eastern Conference, like maybe Miami give you a little fear. Brooklyn, not with Kyrie. Without Kyrie, that's not a team that really puts fear in to me against the Bulls. But they can easily get in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they can easily win it too.
Yeah, depending on the matchup.
I don't know if they could go to the championship. That might be too big of a stage for them already. But remember, Zach LaVine never been to the playoffs, and DeRozan always got bullied by LeBron in the playoffs and always got knocked off in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't face the Lakers, maybe we got a chance for the ship. But I'm moving too fast. I'm gonna just keep it on East Conference Finals.
I feel it, especially if they don't have. People always say the Nets, and they always go to who's going to guard KD. You don't have let KD do his thing. But one thing that we can do, Zoe has shown he gonna eat Harden alive on
eat him alive,
man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you know who I wouldn't put Zoe? I would put Caruso. Like,
Caruso. It's gonna be a long night for Harden because he's gonna have either Caruso or Ball on him the whole game.
Dude.
And then if they both need a break, throw a little. Io can fuck with him a little bit. I'm not saying he's ready to do him the whole game, but Io can give him a little bit of a fit for.
He could.
You got to.
So,
Io is solid, man, on defense, man. For a rookie, he's really solid.
Yeah,
for sure.
But for me, look, I look at this Bulls team as what the Atlanta Hawks are last year. Nobody, they came in, nobody, you know what I'm saying, that they was going to do something. Nobody expected them to do something. And right now, the Bulls are still kind of flying under the radar when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, fans of other teams.
For sure.
So when you don't have expectations, you don't have a lot of pressure on your team. Now, from looking at last year's playoffs, one of the things that I noticed the most that won series was how good can you defend? And the second thing was how good is your mid-range game? And to me, in the East, after KD, we got the second best mid-range player. We're going to give respect to the Milwaukee Bucks because they won a championship. I believe we have to give respect to the Miami Heat because they got defense and three-point shooting all the way up and down that roster. So we got to respect both of those teams. But I believe if we get in a good position and we start off with some home court advantage, that ceiling is definitely open to hitting that Eastern Conference Finals and making some noise in that, because you still if everyone's healthy, you still can't, like, your rotation is going to short up anyway. So the bench rotations won't matter too much anyway, in my opinion, because you still you letting Io develop, you letting Caruso and his championship knowledge come on, you letting, like, a lot of people going to grow. But the person that needs to grow the most is Vooch, because the things that he's been doing in the last few games, you are not getting past Giannis. You're not getting past Embiid with lackadaisical defense or anything of that nature. So Eastern Conference Finals is the ceiling for us.
Okay, I like where you're going at with that. Even with Vooch being down, he is averaging 15 and 10. But the thing is that he has open like that easily can get up to 20 and 10 easily. He just hits his fucking shots.
But how long? How long you gonna give him though?
Yeah.
So it's been 27 games.
it's gonna be key to see how the Bulls fill out the four. Like who, if they get somebody on the buyout market, I don't think they're gonna do a lot trade wise. But then keep in mind too, if Patrick Williams does come back in March and they can get him ready to play, I'm not start again, but get him ready to play about 12 to 15 minutes a game in the playoffs. That's going to be key, to be able to have a defender like Patrick Williams to come off the bench and say, look, don't do nothing but defend and don't turn the ball over. That's all we need you to do.
Oh yeah,
that could be huge.
Definitely.
And him to get playoff experience too. That could be huge for now and in the future. So,
I agree with that.
Absolutely. But that's a if, right? Or
that's a big if.
That's a big if.
So
yeah. How can we get Vooch to it look like it's in his head though, bro.
But I feel like Vooch is gonna have one game where he goes off for like 35 and it's gonna be like on 80% shooting, and then we're gonna have a good Vooch for the rest of the season. That's what
right, bro.
Man,
I thought him coming back from COVID was gonna help us out.
I mean, but he had two good, especially that Charlotte game. He had an amazing game overall, but that first half specifically, and it was like, all right, he's getting going again, and then it was like, fuck. Here we go again. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Vooch.
No.
But as of right now, I'm gonna trust that he's gonna work himself out of it. If he doesn't, if we go a whole season with this version of Vooch, he'll be an expiring contract in the offseason. AK gonna do something with that.
Yeah. Oh, he's super aggressive. Definitely.
You gotta produce.
Definitely.
For sure.
I see cat out there. Cat.
He can come home.
Hey, we'll see. We know him and Zach are close, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So let's get into some questions from the chat. So as a Bulls fan, I gotta congratulate Curry for officially being the greatest shooter of all time. That's the biggest news that happened so far. It happened like in the first quarter of the game too. So Steph Curry now the number one in 3-point shooting, and he still has. What do you think? Steph's gonna play another 3 to 5 years, if not more?
Oh yeah, easy.
He's gonna put that record so far above that I don't know if anybody's ever gonna touch it again.
Man, it's gonna be like the Hakeem Olajuwon block record. It's gonna be so far fetched. Like the thing that irks my nerves is when people be like, "Well, Klay Thompson's a better 3-point shooter." I don't think that's true, but I will say Klay has a switch that you can argue with. But overall, when it comes, as soon as he crossed that half court line, Steph Curry is a nuclear bomb. It's over.
He's a nuke.
The Steph Curry record is going to be like Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points. Like nobody's ever getting it again. Like it's just not happening. Not with the way that the game's played. Like it's not going to happen. So
LaMelo Ball though.
Listen.
LaMelo Ball.
Don't get me wrong. LaMelo's going to get some records. Like LaMelo, if he stays healthy his whole career, LaMelo's going to get some records because him being this good this soon, and especially with his decision making, like
what?
It's fucking bananas.
That dude crazy,
man.
I think his pops had one thing right. His boys know how to play.
No, they smart. And even LiAngelo. I've been saying that LiAngelo needs some time in the G League, right? He's not quite NBA ready, but he's basketball IQ can't be questioned. Like,
no question about it.
It's
all
just,
those ball boys.
LeVar Ball is a crazy motherfucker, but he did something right.
He did something, man.
Basketball.
That was all marketed tactics, man.
Yeah,
but I think the only thing that deterred, you know what I'm saying, LiAngelo from actually going straight into the league was the little, you know what I'm saying, the little mistake he made back in college, which a lot of people couldn't forgive him for, you know what I'm saying. But I believe he will see. He gonna get his time.
I think
he gonna have his time
for sure.
He ain't getting it.
All right, let's go to BKR Sport. First of all, thank you for gracing my live stream's presence, my brother. But Brooklyn has as much defense as a U16 team. Hey, did you see the way? And they put KD on DeMar like it was going to do something. And DeMar was just like, "Oh, what's up, KD? Give me a high five.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to embarrass you." Like,
man, sir.
Some DeMar, of those moves he's pulling on KD, it was like, bro, KD, like, what is you doing? Like, literally, your length alone should keep you in this. Like, DeMar was just dancing around him. That's crazy.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to handle DeMar all season. That his move set that look like Kobe. I call him cornrow Kobe. He looked like Kobe out there. Like his move set in the mid range is outstanding, dude.
See, and what happened with DeMar is I think he's always been good, right? Let's be clear. I know he got some hate
definitely.
for Toronto not getting over the hump. He's always been good, but then going to San Antonio and improving, like learning those veteran moves and with that coaching staff, DeMar is just. People have been saying, like, is he going to decline or whatever? I even presented that question at one point, but I think the game that he's playing right now, it's not based on athleticism at all.
Not at all.
And he has those post moves that he flashes sometimes. Like, he literally is in that place where this may be the version of DeMar that we get for the rest of this contract.
Like, exactly.
Man, it looks like I'm going to go with that. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to go with it too, because, man, but the thing is, it seemed like he got this one move to where he hit you with a crossover, left hand drive into the paint. He gonna spin right, and then the shot will just be butter. The shot will just butter.
And that Mark he got a million.
Can't stop it. But I think that over the hump thing, man. Look, the man played in the East with LeBron in his prime.
Exactly.
Nobody got past LeBron.
Yeah.
He only had his losses in the finals. That's another debate, but he only had his losses in the finals. Nobody took care of LeBron when he was in his prime in the East. So you can't fault DeMar for that.
But they had some good teams, though. They had some good teams.
They had some really good teams, but it wasn't all on DeMar. Like, and people say, well, why were they able to get over the hump when they got Kawhi? Because Kawhi is better than DeMar.
It's like,
there you go.
One of the top 3 players.
Exactly. I hate DeMar slander, but I hated DeMar slander before he was on the Bulls, because it's just like the dude did everything that you could possibly he was guarded by LeBron James. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta do much on the boy.
Man, look, man, he was intimidated by LeBron, but right now this is prime DeRozan. Like, he would get no better than he can probably shoot more threes and get a little better, but that's dangerous out there. What he's doing every game. That's dangerous.
Got a comment from Key Isaac Epps. He's one of my most faithful viewers. What are y'all favorite Bulls moments during and post Dynasty?
Man, can I start this off? C-Dub. 2014. I think it was second round against the Cavs. We at your house. Derrick Rose. I think game 3. He hits the game winner. Hey, man, I can't tell you how many times I ran through C-Dub house.
What? We was passing each other, bruh. We was passing each other.
That was probably one of my most favorite memories. You already know the young buck ain't had too much dynasty time, so I can't even give a favorite moment. But from looking at some video, to me, the most resilient and one of the most outstanding games was the flu game. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Definitely. That's legendary.
That's goated for sure.
Okay. So it's me, huh?
Yep.
I'm finna go. I'm finna blow y'all mind right here. D-Rose on DeRozan. I mean, not on DeRozan. On what's the guy?
Dragic.
Oh, that's when I was like, oh, this kid is something special. That's like, he cocked it way back here and then put it on his head. Wow. And from the past, I'm going to go a different route, too. I'm going to go Mike doing that up and under on Magic and them in the 91 finals. That was their first championship. They lost the first game. We thought we was going to, our media thought we was just going to get swept off the court. Won the next 4. Mike killed in that game. And that move is just legendary. The up and under, baby, reverse.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. I've given a lot of my moments so far, so I'm gonna say a different one. Derrick Rose's, I believe it was rookie year, maybe it was his second year. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was in there. We played Utah. It was when D Brown was on Utah as well, and everybody was chanting. And it was like the game where you're like, all right, D Rose is one of the best point guards in the league already because he killed Deron Williams that whole fucking game. And keep in mind, this was before we had Boozer. This was before any of that. This was just D Rose out there with Ben Gordon, Luol Deng, and them. And it wasn't even no specific moment from it was just the game overall. The fact that, like, again, Chicago loved Deron Williams, but the fact that, like, D Rose, the young buck, came in there and showed his ass. I was in the building for that. That was always going to be one of my special moments.
You was in the building, bro?
I was in the building for that game.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
Dynasty era for me. Jeez, man.
It's so many.
It is. It's so many. It's so many. I'm gonna have to say Jordan's last game, and only because like my dad looked at me that game. He was like, "This is it. Jordan's not coming back." And keep in mind, there was some speculation that they were going to try to bring it back. My dad was like, "This is it. This is it. This is done. You just witnessed a great player's last game," and then he came back with the fucking Wizards.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Those the lost tapes, man.
Yeah, man. And we were living in Germany at that time. So keep in mind, for us to watch that game, we stayed up to like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Early. Yeah.
That's
you great. Stay up how long you got to when Mike playing?
Oh, come on.
Back in the day.
For sure. Ooh. All right, let's go to the show. Let's see what we got. Will DeMar be back before the Lakers game? Everybody, if everybody hits the 10-day thing, everybody but Troy Brown Jr. and Zach LaVine will be back in the Lakers game. Now, will that game end up being postponed too? Because the Lakers got a player with COVID too, so they're probably going to be testing over the next couple of days. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, we should have DeMar back for sure by that game.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you guys think? The Bulls need to come out and make a big statement against the Lakers? Like, do you think they have to come out and be like, "Hey, in case y'all forgot who the fuck we were, minus Zach LaVine, we still got this"? What do you think?
No, because last time we was in LA, we swept LA.
Yeah.
We beat the Clippers, we beat the Lakers. Come on, man, we down right now. It's all. I feel like we don't need to come out and make no statement. Do I want my team to win? Of course, but it's not a must-win game. Not because last time we swept LA.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Fair enough.
Go ahead. Nah. Lakers nah.
I mean, yeah, the Lakers are a 500 team. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
They got LeBron and shit.
Yeah. They got LeBron, AD, Russ, who's like, now they talking about they may be looking at trading Russ, but the fact that they had to fill out that roster with so many veteran minimum players is really starting to bite them in the ass. Keep in mind, instead of having Russ, they could have had DeMar and Alex Caruso.
Thank you, Lakers. Thank you, Bron.
Hey, thank you, bro. We appreciate y'all. No, we appreciate you, Bron, for real.
Bron. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you, dog.
Keep up the good work, boy.
We're gonna go to Cap. What would be our best choice for a first round series? I think Charlotte would be a good test, but definitely beatable. I would love for that to be our first round series. The Ball brothers in a playoff series against each other. First of all, somebody needs to mic up LeVar Ball during that whole series because he's going to be at every game. What do you guys think about that being the first round matchup for the Bulls?
That is not a good matchup for us.
Okay.
I do not, because that kid, LaMelo Ball, he different. He different. And I don't want to, and he got help. Bridges is out there, Rozier. Nah, not them. I'll take the Pacers, something like that. You're not the Hornets, bro.
No, I don't know because LaMelo's a beast, but like Lonzo guarded him. Like LaMelo still got his points, but it wasn't efficient. But I like to see that.
I like to see it too.
I want to win, y'all.
I think, man, look, I don't think they have the firepower we have to take the Bulls out. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the matchup would be good, just simply because I feel like that'll be a series that Vooch actually have an advantage in. Because after that, that's when he's gonna face his toughest challenges. The Hornets don't have a big man that can match up with Vooch. That's gonna be where you take advantage of. And obviously, your star's gonna do them. Now, the question is on the other side, are you gonna let Scary Terry get hot, Bridges get hot, and like Gordon Hayward? Like people still gotta keep in mind. No, he's not where he used to be, but he still has a little bit of game left.
Oh, yeah.
But C-Dub, I think you're wrong, my brother. I like the matchup.
No. Oh, man. Yeah.
I respect that young man.
Let's go to Shay. Shay says Game 3 net Robinson destroys. Listen, that was a moment. That was a moment, man.
Nate Robinson,
and then Nate Robinson got a big contract after that. He wouldn't sign with Denver, and then he tore his ACL, and unfortunately,
Oh man, Nate Robinson killed in that series.
I loved him as a Chicago Bull, man.
For sure, man. For sure.
Loved him.
For sure. I was hoping that they were going to re-sign him, man. For sure.
It would have been nice to see.
Yeah. If they would have had Nate Robinson, because I believe that Nate Robinson and Derrick Rose could have played out there together. Not like long stretches of time. But that shit between having those two out on the floor together, running up and down the court.
That would have been too much. That's too much speed right there. That's way too much speed.
You definitely got to figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, people just don't understand how good that boy was, Derrick Rose. Man, they just don't understand.
People have forgotten what Derrick Rose, how special that man was. Like, had Derrick Rose that injury never happened, man, we're talking about one of the greatest players in NBA history. Probably.
Let me give you a question: How many MVPs you think he would have won besides the one he had? I say about 3. He would have ended up with 3 MVPs. With no injuries.
I think he would have took another one from LeBron that LeBron won over that stretch. I think he would have took one more because really, the Bulls were a better team that second year after you won the MVP. They were a much better team.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if he would have won back-to-back MVPs, but I think he definitely would have won at least one more. At least one more.
Agreed. At least another.
Yeah, that's my Bulls fan of PTSD. Let's not go into that too much, man. That shit causes me stress,
man. You don't know,
man. Oh shit. Let's go to BKR Sport. Lonzo knows his brother's style. Lonzo owns the matchup with Melo, in my opinion. See, I agree with that. That's why I think that Lonzo has, and especially like Lonzo is more of a veteran now, right? He's longer. Well, no, LaMelo's probably has more length than his brother, but he knows how to guard his little brother. Like, you feel me? It's always going to be that thing that like that you have with your older sibling. And so I think that as of right now, I think this would be the year that we want to see that matchup, because come 2 or 3 years from now, I don't know what it'll be the same.
It might be a little different after that.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Guys, just listen to me. And when I say different players, different players, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, they different.
Yeah.
This kid right here is different. When those lights come on in the playoffs, when everybody trying to play their hardest, playing their best, he's going to be the best player on the floor a lot of the times. I'm telling you.
But see, Doug, what I tell you that big brothers never let the little brother do. We never let the little brother come into our house and think that he finna go in my refrigerator, eat my leftover dinner, and I ain't gonna have nothing to say about it. No, we can't let that happen. I told you. We can't do it. For sure. At least for now. We gonna get to him for now.
All right. Jonathan Washington Jr. says, I like to see the Bulls versus the Hawks first round matchup.
Now that's a matchup I will be a little.
I don't want to see Collins against this front court that we have right now. I don't want no parts of that at all. Because I'm telling you right now, he is going to make Vooch, and you can't play like Javonte Green, all the heart in the world, but he can't do shit with that front court. Like, oh, come on, man.
That's gonna be somebody else on one of his post-game shirts.
I actually think that's a perfect matchup for us. Let me ask y'all a question. Collins got any post moves?
No. Well,
so where he get? He's a pick and roll player, right? He like pick and roll. He got a little mid range.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't worried about it. He can get his dunks and stuff. The Bulls could beat them easily.
I tell you why.
Y'all worried about Collins? He ain't got no moves.
No, I'm talking about the team. They got experience from just last year. That experience matters. We know that. Yeah. But the Bulls always get killed on the pick and rolls. That pick and roll between Trae Young
their pick and roll
Collins,
defense is terrible. Our pick and roll defense is terrible.
Y'all think so?
It's gonna hurt Vooch. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt him.
Listen,
Vooch, I don't want to see this team
I'm telling you right now, like Vooch may have to sit that series. Like I'm
I'm cool. Yes, absolutely.
Derrick Jones Jr. Come on, boy.
Listen. Hopefully Patrick Williams is back healthy if we do face them, because shit, man. That's that. Now that matchup does scare me. Now that's the only part though, because even Trae Young, Lonzo gonna give Trae Young
yes.
So hey, I guess it just depends, man. We have to see it. We haven't played the Hawks yet this season, have we?
No. It's coming
on the 29th. I'll be there, guys. I'll be live.
Shout out to Flight Sports TV. That's my family right there. Shout out to him. Y'all make sure y'all supporting them. Let's go back to BKR Sport. Are you guys on the Miles Turner Sabonis hype wagon? Do you see us having enough viable assets to make it worth it? What is overpaying in your opinion? I'll give you guys the floor because I have quite a bit of an opinion on this one that I don't know if people are going to agree with. So I'll let you guys take this one first.
Okay. For me, Sabonis is a no-go. We already have a Sabonis. Vucevic, Vooch and Sabonis, they like 1-1 to me. They're the same player. Miles Turner, on the other hand, it's if you're done with Kobe, are you done? Do you willing to get rid of Patrick Williams? Because that's what's going to take. So, I'm done with Kobe. I want Ayo to play. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let that be known. Ayo needs to be on the floor more than Kobe White. He's on the floor. Okay. I don't know what Donovan is. He think he owes them something. He don't owe him anything. This is a new team. Kobe White is not performing. His shot is way off.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I would go with Miles Turner. I like Miles Turner. He'll fit well with the team, but you got to be willing to give up that future.
Okay, here's I'm just gonna because I'm trying to keep myself. The only reason why I don't think Miles Turner is a good fit on this team is because in the Bulls' best version of the offense, they make smart. Miles Turner is not a smart passer. He does everything else right, but he does not make good decisions when it comes to passing the ball in certain situations. And I worry about that affecting. Like, yes, Vooch's shot has not been falling, but one thing Vooch has been doing is he moves the ball still very well.
That's true.
And so Miles Turner's coming into that. I don't know if that's going to hurt more than help in the long run. That's just my opinion on that, just that aspect of it. But I don't want to take over too much. Go ahead.
I agree with that. Now that you think about it, I think I was on board for Miles Turner more than Sabonis because Sabonis, that's a player you got to pay some money to. And the person that's due up for his payday, and I feel like he deserves it, is Zach LaVine. You can't short this man. If you're trying to make some noise and lock up another 3 or 4 years, you got to give Zach LaVine his money. You know what I'm saying? Because once you pay him, you got Lonzo Ball, you got Caruso, you got DeMar, and then you can still figure out Vooch if you want to get him or bring somebody else in. But Zach got to get his money, and we don't need Sabonis taking up his money. C-Dub already know who I said call. Houston.
Christian Wood.
What y'all want for Eric Gordon?
He want Eric Gordon.
So listen, I've said the contract, it won't work ever. It won't work. But I've said right now, if you can trade Kobe White for Eric Gordon, I would do that deal every day because that's what we need off the bench. Yes. Every day. Like Kobe may work out to be better, right? Or to be at least the same or comparable. But right now, if you're trying to win right now, I would do that replacement every day.
Yeah, you need the veteran presence. You need that experience.
But as far as the Bulls, I just don't think the Bulls have the assets. You got to look at it.
Exactly.
The Pacers can get probably 1 or 2 first-round picks for Miles Turner and Sabonis each, right? The Bulls don't have any first-round picks. Nah. Like the earliest first-round pick we could trade is 6 years away? They're not going to wait that long.
It's a wrap,
So then you're looking at just to match contracts, right? It would have to the Pacers would have to think that Patrick Williams or Kobe White is a key piece of their rebuild for us to get either one of those players. Right. I don't see AK and Eversley wanting to trade Patrick Williams right now. And Kobe, that's not even a non-starter right now. You would have to give up a first-round pick to trade Kobe, not get one back. So
that's true.
So I just don't think the Bulls have the assets. In a perfect world, like if we just had an expiring contract and that's all they wanted back, then yeah. But at this point, them going into a rebuild tells me that they want as many assets for these players as they can get. Yeah, we don't have those assets. We just don't have it right now.
I agree with that.
But you guys don't see Kobe White as being an asset. You know, he averaged like 18 points last year.
It was 14. But the thing is, I think if Kobe can get back to that, he is what we need coming off the bench. And I agree with you too that Io right now deserves more minutes. But I think if they're both playing well, it just depends on what you need that night. It depends on if you need more defense, if you need more offense. And Billy Donovan has showed that he has no problem playing 3 and 4 guards out there, so they can find minutes for them. But Kobe has to get it back going. And I don't know if we're going to see enough of Kobe getting it back going for teams to be interested by the trade deadline. We're really not that far from the trade deadline when you look at it. We're like, 7-8 weeks away? That's not really a lot of time. So, it depends. It just depends. I think the Bulls are going to end up looking more towards the buyout market. I have said if anything happens as far as trade, and people who watch me long enough will know that this is like my theory. If the Spurs are thinking about buying out Thaddeus Young, I think the Bulls should
come on, bring him back.
It's to say, because we can't sign him if they buy him out. We would have to trade for him. We got Troy Brown Jr.'s contract, right? He could be completely off the books next year to say, hey, Spurs, we got this 22-year-old forward. We hear you're going to cut our guy. We want him back. Let's just do this.
Yeah, I take him back in a heartbeat because he was solid and a good locker room guy.
C-Dub don't seem like he liked it.
Thaddeus Young, I mean, what do you want? What's his purpose going to serve on a team like this?
He brings everything that we need. Rebounding, solid defense, shot blocking to a degree. He's not a great. I don't want to overhype him. And he can hit. The thing is that when Thad was on this team, we had to run some offensive sets through him. At this point now, all he has to do is get his feast off the open shots that he look at the open shots Javonte Green gets on the perimeter. Thad can hit those shots. That's an easy few buckets for Thad. So I really do think Thad can give us a lot of what we are missing right now.
Okay, that'd be interesting to see. It'll be a hard mix for him to come in, and because I don't think we need any defense. You don't think we're pretty set on defense? I think we're pretty set. Barring like a big man, another big athletic big man.
We need more rebounding for sure.
Yeah, the big athletic
on the second unit. We need another big on the second unit, and then Thad will be good when we go for small ball. You know what I'm saying? When Vooch having a bad game, and especially because a lot of the time, like a lot of those close games. You already know a lot of those close games, the opposing teams, they go to zone defense.
Oh,
you need
his zone.
So you need if Vooch has it going from the 3-point line, you can see what Thad can give you from the 3-point line, or even show some flashes in the middle of the zone to open it up a little bit. You can see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
KO Sports Talk. What up, Chicago Bulls Central? We can do a collaboration. What's up, bro? Hit me up. Yeah, we'll connect. Yeah, you can hit my DM. We'll see what we can do. Let's see this. Would you be open to trade Tony Bradley and like Kobe to get a big? My thing is, if you can do that, if there's somebody who says, hey, we got a big, you can have them. They fit your needs, and all we want is Tony Bradley and Kobe.
All day.
I think at this point you got to do it, right? But nobody is going.
Ain't nobody taking Tony Bradley, bro.
We got to stop thinking as Bulls fans, because every team does this, that we can trade our scraps and get a gym back.
Yeah, it ain't happening. Bro, it ain't happening. You're right.
I ain't even got time for Tony Bradley right now. That's the B word. I ain't gonna say nothing about the B word right now.
Biggest offseason question: will Zach LaVine resign? I don't think that's a question anymore. I think Zach is locked in.
He has to.
Yes, that's not a question. No
he
way.
has to.
Yeah. Once I found out, because again, I've always made the distinction. I'm not a capologist, so I learn through reading and shit. I don't figure it out on my own. Once I found out that Zach LaVine, if he did sign an extension last year, he would have been missing out on $15 to $20 million over the course of the contract.
Oh yeah,
if he would have signed early. So no, it made sense of why they're waiting to this offseason to re-sign, because he wants all that. So
all that money.
Yeah, I think he's coming back. I don't think that's a question at all. Let's see what else we got in here. Man. Dante Layton. We don't need an undersized 4. We already have shaky defense in the front court, and Nola wants to get rid of. Okay, here's the thing. The undersized 4 thing is null and void, because we've played. If you really look at it, Embiid's the only big that's completely killed us. Every other big, even if they've gotten points, has not scored efficiently. So the Bulls are doing something with team defense to still be able to guard bigs. And an undersized 4, that isn't an undersized 4. Now, what we have now is undersized 4, but that young, correct me if I'm wrong, is 6'9", 6'10", right?
That's what I thought.
About 16.
Yeah. So that's not an undersized 4. I don't think. Let's see. A month from today, we have our rematch against the Warriors. The Bulls want revenge on what Curry did to them. Listen.
What?
They absolutely do. But this whole team has a chip on their shoulder. What? And they are the only issue that I see with that, right, is that Klay Thompson may be back by then. And that is a bad man. So
this is the only time you could probably say this. You think Stephen Curry can shoot? That's the only time you can even say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be because man, we still got to get our revenge against Miami.
Yeah,
come on,
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Nola will give us Jackson for less than Tony Bradley. Listen, if it would happen and the AK and Eversley thought that he could benefit this team, he would have been here yesterday.
Yes,
that's
sir.
all I got to say with that.
They don't.
Yes,
they not. This is not guard packs.
Yeah.
Move.
And I get it because a lot of times us Bulls fans were thought of better deals than guard packs did all the time. We don't have that problem anymore.
No,
we got smart people in the front office. Let's
I'm still trying to get used to it, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like when the deal started happening, and obviously Lonzo was, of course, over the moon with. When that DeMar deal happened, I'm like, damn, they gave up some picks for DeMar. Could they have gotten him? And then I was like, you know what? Let me sit back and let me really look at what they did. And I was like, all right, listen, this front office is smart as shit. When you look at like cap wise, what they did, because they could have signed both of them outright, but then our cap would have been even higher. The fact that they worked in some deals in signing trades, they really were preparing for Zach LaVine's extension. That's what they did with this last offseason. So
smart. There we go.
Yeah. I would trade Kobe to Atlanta if they really wanted to let go of Cam Reddish.
Oh.
All right, Kobe for Cam Reddish. What do you guys think about that?
Oh,
yes.
Cam Reddish he still got a high ceiling. Like, that kid got size. He got a jumper. He can slash to the hole. Defensively, he's going to be automatically better than Kobe White.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a very competitive kid. When I see him out there playing, he's competitive. So, I'm 100% behind something like that.
Why do you guys think? Why do you think Atlanta's ready to move on from him?
Well, that would be interesting.
I read reports that they was kind of looking to see if there was any buyers out there for him and stuff like that, just to see if they can acquire some more assets. But you already know they just rumors and stuff like that. But if they want to give him up, but I don't think they just gonna go straight up with the trade. You're gonna have to throw something else in there.
I'm telling you right now, if Atlanta would take that straight up. As much I love Kobe White, like I have a whole video on this channel that I did for why the Bulls will be crazy to trade Kobe right now, right? And that was really based off the fact that his value is at an all-time low. But if Atlanta says, all right, we'll take Kobe for Cam straight up, nigga, if y'all don't do that deal, listen, I will drive to Atlanta and personally deliver Cam Reddish to the United States.
I got you, bro. I'm closer. I got you.
That kid,
man, for sure.
He's gonna be good too.
Oh yeah, especially if he gets on a team that actually believes in him and develops him. I really think the thing with Atlanta is they sniffed like where they got into the playoffs. Not got into the playoffs, but they had that run last year.
Yeah,
and now they're like, okay, we can only develop so many people. Let's bring in some tried and true, and I think that's why they're ready to move on from.
They got so many solid wings on that team,
and everybody on that team is like 22 to 25.
They young, man.
So
they young.
Yeah, for sure. BKR Sport, I would rather one of you three come off the bench for the Bulls than Tony Bradley.
Man, dude can't catch a pick and roll pass. He can't catch a chest pass.
I'm too short, so it's up to y'all.
Pass.
Man, there's been so many chances or times where Lonzo has gotten Tony Bradley the ball where literally all Tony Bradley had to do was put his arms up and jump. Don't jump or nothing. And somehow from going right here to here, the ball falls out his hand.
Bro.
Like, it's like, what happened?
How many times he gonna get blocked by the point guard, bro? How is the point guard steady blocking this big man shot, man?
Man, listen, I'm not saying he's the next Felicio, but I'm saying he may be.
I couldn't stand Felicio, man.
Hey, man.
But listen, I do say this, right? If the Bulls get a four that can also play, well, if any four they get is going to play some five just because Billy Donovan has no fear of going small.
Oh, yeah.
I think if Tony Bradley in like 5 to 8 minute spurts can give us something, like as a third big man off the bench, maybe. But I just as the main backup big, the backup center, nah, he's not ready, man.
I agree, man. The man
Tony,
take 2 steps forward and like 4-5 steps back.
Yeah,
it's time for a different profession, bro. I'm sorry, it's not working out. He's trying so hard.
And that's the thing. He is and I don't like critiquing people when you can see like Felicio just looked lost and over.
Yeah,
like, Felicio really just wanted to play soccer. That's what Felicio wanted to do. He wanted to play soccer. Tony Bradley wants to play basketball and he wants to be good, but it's like it's just not working for you. It's just not working.
Exactly.
Man.
Come on, man.
Tony Bradley's that kid that gives everything that they have in school, like in high school.
Yeah.
And studied every single night, and then the most they got was a C-.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Oh man,
I feel sorry for him now. Oh, it's over. I don't no more.
Yeah.
To get him off the team.
Let's see, Jonathan Washington Jr. Would you take a chance at a young player like Kevin Knox? He may just need a change of scenery. He would bring a good size and defense at the back and forth. Kevin Knox, correct me if I'm wrong, he's only 6'6", right?
No, Kevin Knox about 6'9". I think he's about 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". Yeah.
First of all, that man is like 22 years old, and his hairline is already on LeBron's level. I don't know what kind of stress he's going through.
He going through things in New York, man.
But I don't want another project. Like on this Bulls team, the only person that I'd be willing to take a project thing on, and that's because he's not really a project, is Bagley, right? Because Bagley still has a lot of potential. But like a player like Kevin Knox, who you really would need to spend some time developing. No, we're trying to win right now. Like we already have Patrick Williams to develop, right? But he's in a place where he can develop his offense over time. We don't need to add anybody else who needs major time just developing to become a consistent rotation player.
We ain't
need
got time for that.
Who are ready to contribute now.
Oh yeah.
Plus they working with Io too, so you don't need to add to the damn basket. So there you go.
Hey,
there you go.
And, he's another one. He had so many chances. I think he actually started a couple years ago in New York. Yeah. What do these guys do? Like, what are you doing? Your job is basketball, bro. You got so much talent, bro.
And that's why I always like one of my key phrases is potential is not always realized. And that's because a lot of these players, when they're drafted, they have potential to be great. But that potential, you got about 2 years for the potential argument for me, because at that point, it's like, all right, you're clearly not hitting that. So what we doing here? What we doing?
There you go.
I'm looking at you, Kevin Porter Jr. Get your stuff together, young.
I like Kevin Porter Jr. though, man, but I understand what you're getting at. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. All right. We had a chance to draft Cam Reddish, but we went with Kobe White instead, which I don't know why, because we really needed a small forward at the time.
No, we
know who the front office
we had the box. Then we have Buddy with the box. What's his name?
You talking about Wendell?
No, Hutch.
Oh, Hutch. Yeah, we did have
Chandler Hutchison.
We had Denzel too.
Valentine.
Was that the year that we still had Otto Porter Jr. as well?
Yeah.
So like
Bobby
Portis. I guess looking back, I understand why they didn't, but still.
Yeah. We're looking back there. Oh shit. Yeah.
All right. Tony helped us better than Alize, mate. Well, listen, that's why Alize wasn't getting any minutes. Like,
you feel me?
I had beginning of the season, based off those preseason games, I said Alize could be an X factor off the bench for us.
Man.
And then that shit was ripped away as soon as the season started. It's like, what happened? What happened, man? What do you guys think about the Alize thing? Have you seen enough for him to understand why they weren't playing him, or do you guys still think he needs more of a chance to show
I think the man so juiced up on defense, he just out of control on offense. Like the man, Energizer Bunny, he battles for rebounds, he battles falling on the ground, everything. He gonna give you some second chance buckets. But he don't know how to tone it down on offense. So he just be jittery, cause turnovers, and then missing defensive missing his offensive cues and stuff. Man, I feel like if he would get that under control, he'd be a little more better, and then I'd be like, all right, cool. He might mess up a few times, but we could definitely use him for the rebound and stuff. But man, it's just happening too often for him.
Yeah, I like Alize Johnson. You know what I'm saying? He's a little raw in his game. His game is a little raw. I think that he's not developing as fast as they think that he should on the offensive end of the floor. He looks a little bit lost when he's in scoring position. Yeah, I love his hustle. I think we should keep him on the team. Definitely, we could always have one. Just in case.
Right.
Let the boy develop. He might learn. He just needs to learn how to lay the damn ball up. He don't know how to lay the ball up. He just offensively.
We signed him to a 2-year deal. My thing is I wonder at some point, are they going to send him to the G League to just get reps?
He needs that.
That'd be good for him.
Yeah, but I know we got Cook, we got Simonovic in the G League too. It's we're just sending all the fours down there, but it's like, hey, he clearly needs to. You're right to get to be more calm in the way that he goes out there. Like, it's just energy all the time. And while that's exciting to watch, I'm sure like he's not doing something that he's supposed to be doing rotating wise, and the players are just like, hey, we love the energy, but bro, you're supposed to be over there.
Right.
Like, you're supposed to be over here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, man. So Josh Simmons says, y'all naming players that play the same position as Pat will and that Pat will be better than. I am doing that specifically because we need somebody to play right now while Pat is out. And the reason why I'm naming people who Pat will be better than is because ideally that player then will transition to the bench next season and Pat will be starting. So that's why I'm saying players that Pat Williams should be better than. What about you guys?
Hey, now, I'm not like, you got to prove it to me. Like, Pat Williams had an awesome summer league.
Yeah.
When the beginning of the season, he was off. He was shooting a lot of air balls.
The offense through Pat Williams at one point.
He was a little he wasn't shooting when he got the ball.
Yeah.
I'm talking the beginning of the season. They was running the offense. He played spectacularly in summer league. But in the beginning of the season, he was awful. He was tentative. He didn't want to shoot the ball. He always going to play great defense. But the jury's still out. It ain't like he's automatically going to be great now. Let's see.
Agree, but I feel like you got to mention the same positions. You know what I'm saying? It's Pat Williams because we're lacking in that area right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like when Vooch goes to the bench or Vooch not having a good night, you need somebody that can play the four. Look, Javonte Green is like 6'4". Like that's not gonna cut it when you play, teams with, bigger fours. Like as much heart and all, as much effort that he get is not gonna work because he's not built like a PJ Tucker, but PJ Tucker is taller than him as well. So, you know what I'm saying? We have to consider strengthening our bench.
Hey, Javonte Green guarding Joker was the funniest picture I ever seen in my life.
But you know what? I will say there was a couple of possessions where Lonzo rotated on Joker, and I wasn't disappointed. I was like, "Oh, yeah, all right, Lonzo, all right."
Hey, let me ask you a question, bro. You think Lonzo gets second, third team defense? Defense?
They came out. I can't remember who or what publication did it, but I read it a little bit before we started this. They did like right now projections for all team first defense. And Caruso and Lonzo were on that list.
Let's go.
First team defense. Okay.
First team. Now, I don't think Caruso is going to get first team defense. I think Caruso. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I just don't think politics wise that he's going to get first team defense. But I think Lonzo definitely first or second team defense. Yes. Caruso's going to be second or third team defense for sure. They got They got to
go.
I'm telling you. If both those players are not on one of those all defensive teams,
we got ride.
We ride.
Yeah, we got to, man. We got to,
man.
Hey, Zach LaVine playing hell of a defense too now.
Listen, but
he grew. He grew.
Zach is showing some shit on defense, and I've said this because Lonzo talks to them out there on defense.
Yeah, he does.
Lonzo he reads what the offense is doing, and he talks to his players and lets them know. Yes. And I think Zach is picking up on that and seeing, all right, this is what Lonzo saw last game. I see that now this game. Let me react that way.
Yes.
Zach LaVine, I'm not saying he's locked down. He's not locked down yet. But he's no longer a liability on defense.
No.
You can't say that he's a liability. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got. Dante, Alize hustles, but he's undersized. Coach sees that and says, might as well have. No, it's not just because he's undersized. It's because he's not just making smart basketball decisions when he's out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you look at everything we do at the four is undersized right now. So that undersized conversation for this team doesn't apply. Let me ask you guys something. We've seen Javonte Green be our starting four so long. We saw Derrick Jones Jr. for a little while. He's the Derrick Jones Jr. pick and roll with Lonzo and with LaVine has shown to be it could be dangerous. Do you guys think that we should be looking to start Derrick Jones Jr. sometime soon, or do you want to keep his energy off?
I've been on that bandwagon just because. Like, the man is so athletic, and he has more experience than Javonte Green, at least. Yeah. And Javonte Green, he doesn't always take those open shots, which irks my nerves. I don't care, bro. If you go 0 for 6, I don't care as long as you shot the ball and you kept the defense honest. You have to shoot the ball. Derrick Jones Jr. and he can shoot, he can slash, and that boy can jump out the damn gym. Yeah, start that man.
Yeah. It's really goes down to this, like size. Like Derrick Jones Jr. is 6'9", 6'10", long and wiry. He's going to be outweighed in a lot of matchups.
Yeah.
But his athleticism more than makes up for that. He's just a better all choice. I don't know why he goes with Green sometimes instead of Derrick Jones. Maybe I don't know. I just don't get it. But I guess it's been working. We 17-10, so I guess it's been working. He's the coach. But I would definitely go with Derrick Jones Jr. with just the size. Just the size.
Yeah, I mean, this length, because I think Derrick Jones Jr. is only 6'6" too. Like, I don't think he's too much taller, but it's the length.
Okay.
He has that wingspan though. His wingspan is way bigger than Javonte Green, and I think like Derrick, especially in transition. Like, don't get me wrong, Javonte is his energy, but I think what Javonte gives you, he's gonna give you whether he's on the bench or starting. Like Javonte is gonna give you the same thing regardless.
Fact.
But side note. Like, how many posters has Javonte Green almost got this season?
Man,
like, come on.
Like 5, 6, 7, hey, he reminds me of Ja Morant. He just want to dunk everything. He want to dunk. He don't care if it's 3 people right there. He don't care what's in his way, man. He is gonna try to dunk
for sure.
Yes, sir.
For sure. That boy, it's like every game he's like, and he's chest above the rim, and sometimes he just misses. Like, damn, that boy got some leaps. But all right, let's see what else we got here. There was something now. Okay, Cap. Are we in complete win now mode, or are we still coming out of a rebuild? I think right now the Bulls are in a position to do both. We can develop players like Io and Pat Williams, but we can also contend now. That's the places you want to be in. You want to be in a place where, like, DeMar, at the end of this 3-year contract, if he's not going to be here, if he's on a decline, you want Patrick Williams to be prepared to step up in that role and take on a bigger position. That's why you use these 3 years to really bring his game along. But I think the Bulls are in that unique position to where they can do both. You don't have to say either or. What about you guys?
I say mostly win now mode. I do agree with you with the bringing up the youngins right behind the OGs who's starting right now. But it's win now. Like those guys, AK and what's general manager? What's the general manager's name? Is it AK or what's the other guy's name? I'll forget his name.
Eversley, something like
Eversley.
that.
Yeah.
These guys is aggressive. They want to win now. They want to prove to the NBA that they the executives to trend after. It used to be the guy from the Lakers. What's the guy name? He's the logo. What's his name?
Jerry West.
Jerry West. He used to be the trend. Everybody wanted to mold their executive style to his way. But no, it's about aggression. It's about molding a perfect team, not looking for just superstars, but molding for a team that can all play well together. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. We win now. Win now.
I just think that we already know where this front office came from. They came from Denver. They helped build that team over there. And you can argue that they've been good and they even had some chances, you know what I'm saying, if some of their picks and stuff would have played out. But it's just a destination. A lot of people don't want to play in Denver. But they come here. I think I agree with Juicy Dub. It's mostly win now. But Haize, they want to go ahead and continue to build that. Because, yes, you want to have your stars, but you still need your others to show up because those are the people that's going to propel you to win a championship. You already know. Like, even last year, you had people step up in Milwaukee. Giannis did what Giannis did, but you had Bobby Portis, which was a good other, propelled them over the top. And if you want to go back the year before that, you had Rondo, a seasoned vet, propelled the Lakers over the top. So with this and the regime at the top, they want to go ahead, build a solid foundation with some vets, but also develop some young, talented kids because you don't want to be too top heavy. Otherwise, you're going to look how the Lakers look right now because they too top heavy.
Yeah, for sure. I like that. that. So Dante Layton, he's focused on this height thing. Let's keep in mind, Draymond Green is 6'6" and has played the 4. We got to stop with the height thing. Height does not determine position anymore. No. It's all about length more than height anyway, and it's who you can guard. If you can guard, and again, like I believe everyone that you just named in that list we beat their team with Javonte Green starting at the power forward. We beat the Bucks.
Yes, sir.
We beat
Yeah.
the Lakers.
Yes.
We
Let
beat
me
the
tell you
Nets.
something.
We
Yes.
beat the Knicks.
Can I
Yes.
say something?
Go ahead.
My boy Dante, Julius Randle let Alex Caruso lock him up.
we got a comment about something different. So let's get into Shay, who's another contributor over here. Can we please talk about Alex Caruso locking down Anthony Davis? Because I feel like that's something that doesn't get talked about. Listen.
Whew.
The thing,
Let it
one
out,
of the
bro.
most frustrating things about Anthony Davis for his whole career is that if you can get in his head, like as good as he is on the court and physically and everything else, if you can get in Anthony Davis' head, he might as well be 6'1".
Yeah. Yeah.
And Caruso got in that man's. I wouldn't be surprised if he was talking shit to him the whole time out there too.
On the real.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bro.
Caruso really should have no business even trying to guard Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
But for that fact that my man just uttered, that's the reason that he could.
Yeah.
Some players are made of paper, thin paper. They soft, they pump Kool-Aid. Your favorite player too sometimes. I don't want to say his name. You already know how I'm going, nephew. Your favorite player.
But y'all
have
already
witnesses.
know. Like, come on, man. Any Chicago person that grows up in Chicago is a Packers fan, you can't be trusted. But that's another topic. Anthony Davis, come on, man. If the man had the right mentality, he'd be arguably the best big man in the league. But him succumbing to all the pressure of having to be the lead dog now, it's showing. You know what I'm saying? And like, come on, y'all. Every time the man fall to the ground, you think the man tore his ACL, tore his Achilles, broke a bone, something. I'll be like, come on, man.
Yeah, Mr.
So
Glass.
I'm not surprised that he let my dog Alex Caruso come in and get to him a little bit. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Shit happens. Where do things has happened? That's for damn sure. Okay, we gotta start with these trade ideas. What about trading Kobe, Derrick Jones Jr., and P. Will for bit? If you think that even gets in the conversation, if you call Philly with that deal, they literally gonna laugh at you, smack your mama. And
I don't, bro. That's like having two. For one, that's another Lonzo Ball without a jump shot.
Yes.
No.
Oh, facts. Hey, there it is right there.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Man.
No.
Yeah, man. BKR Sports says any person who's a Packers fan can't be trusted whether they're from Chicago. Listen here.
Facts.
So
we don't like cheese curds.
My dad's from Chicago. So like I grew up Chicago, everything. I'm a huge Bears fan. People have been asking me to start a Bears channel too, which I'm thinking about doing next year. But with that being said, my cousin is a huge Packers fan. And when I say it goes down in this house, now they've been killing us, but I don't trust nobody who's not blood and a Packers fan. Like if you're a Packers fan, I can't get with you.
Man. Mm-mm. Not no Packers fans. We don't even wear green around here, bro.
And we don't like cheese curds.
We don't do that.
All right, Frank says, who is the number one? Your number one, Zach or DeMar? They're 1A, 1B to me. I'm not even getting into trying to split the baby between those two.
It depends on the night.
Yeah,
it depends on that. It's a 1A and 1B, like he said. I ain't doing that. Yeah, they'll try to divide us, baby. We got two Batmans. We got Batman and Captain America, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it.
For sure. Is James Harden Lonzo Ball's bitch? 2 games that we sprayed the Brooklyn Nets. He's been a non-fan. Listen, I'm telling you right now. What Lonzo does to James Harden, like I don't know if like he got some dirt on James Harden. I don't know what happened, but that man embarrasses Harden. Like you in the last game against him, I don't know if you guys noticed it or what. There were a couple plays after like the ball stoppage or whatever. That DeMar was pushing Lonzo a little bit. Like he was shoving off of him a little bit. It's like tell me he's in your head without telling me he's in your head.
On the real.
That's it.
Hey,
man, listen.
Hey, his style is bad for Lonzo. Lonzo hands too quick, and he a hot dog. The hot dogs, you know, they dribble the ball. They try to be N1 all the time. He got them quick hands. He gonna tap it every time.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Yeah, that man owns James Harden. Like I mean, you know what? But every player has that one player that just does it for them. Usually, like every great player has that. And Harden is definitely Lonzo and
everyone. Dumars, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Dumars used
Listen.
to kill Mike.
That,
Y'all don't know that.
No, and see that's the thing when people try to compare errors, like the Detroit Pistons literally committed assault.
What?
Against
they
Michael
was out there
Jordan.
punching,
Like
they were doing everything. Yeah,
right? If those two teams played nowadays, everybody would be out of the game with technical fouls by the end of the first quarter.
Flagrant.
What? Come on, dude.
Bill Laimbeer everywhere.
Bill Laimbeer wouldn't even be able to finish a game.
The only reason Bill Laimbeer was able to play basketball was because he was able to basically fight people. That's basically why he was able to play basketball.
For real.
Man. All right. Will we ever have our squad 100% healthy again?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, the only injury we've dealt outside of Patrick Williams and Zach LaVine's thumb, but that didn't keep Zach out of any games. The only injury that's kept people out of games is Patrick Williams' season ended one and AC's hamstring. Other than that, it's COVID. So I think we can get back healthy for sure.
Yeah, let's ask the question in March.
Yeah, for sure. That's where it matters. Is if we all healthy in March and April. That's where it matters.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, do you see Chicago going on another win streak after these posts? Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on. They still number 2 in the East right now, bro.
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah.
Come on.
Y'all think Cavs will give us a run for our money in the 7-game series?
No.
It can get interesting, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to Zach and DeMar doing Zach and DeMar shit. Yeah. And as much as their 3 big men are playing, 2 out of the 3 are playing great. Larry's playing solid, right? I don't think they can do anything with Zach, Lonzo, and DeMar in the series because
I like their future. But they future ain't now, goddamn.
And Garland had a good game against us. But in the 7-game series, I'm trusting Lonzo to get in Garland's head 5 out of those 7 games for sure. And those are going to be wins for the Bulls.
Oh, man. Oh, come on. Nah. That's easy. That 4-1, 4-2. Easy.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, come on, Dante. DJ plus Caruso are undersized at 4. They too short and too like good team defense can only bail us out. So come on, man. The defense wins championships is the motto for a reason. Come on, bro. How old are you, Dante? I gotta ask that, man. I don't even like to do ages and shit. I gotta ask that, man. Let's get into this one. Our next 10 games: LA, Raptors, Pacers, Hawks, Pacers. What do you realistically think we go, provided our games don't get postponed? I think we can go 7-3 over there.
I was gonna go there. I was gonna go 7-3. I see it. Maybe we lose to the Lakers, the Hawks one time, and maybe we lose to the Wizards once. Maybe. But I see about 7-3.
Either 7-3 or 8-2, because the Wizards, after that hot start, they 5-10. So
the only thing that worries me about the Wizards, I'm gonna say the only thing, right, is Gafford is going to be out to make a point against the Bulls. So,
I low key miss him.
Yeah.
I
miss Gafford. But both games against the Pacers, listen, the Bulls lost so big to a conference opponent, they gonna try to kill the Pacers.
They gonna try to murder the Pacers.
You have to murder the Pacers. They legit have to.
I like a 7-3. 7-3.
Yeah, 7-3 being fair. I think even if they go 6-4, it's good.
Yeah, that's good too.
I say 7-3.
You take that. Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. Shay again. Do you think Daniel House, Robert Covington, or Harrison Barnes should be the answer at power forward position in a buyout? Okay, I like this because you're saying if they get bought out.
Yeah, smart. Yeah.
If Harrison Barnes gets bought out, because what I see in Harrison Barnes, he gives you perfect role player minutes, right? Like in that, he can shoot an open shot. He plays with energy. I also think he's somebody good for Patrick Williams to kind of learn behind as well if he ends up staying here long term. Out of those players that you name, I like Harrison Barnes the most, only because Robert Covington's offensive efficiency numbers have taken such a huge hit this season. Otherwise, if you're talking everything even, I would probably say Covington, but Barnes would probably be my ideal candidate out of that. What about you guys?
I'm gonna throw a different name. I'm gonna go with Daniel House.
Okay.
Daniel House is a solid pair. It's just a question of his health in his head. You know, he gets to extracurricular activities. If y'all know what I'm saying on the bubble. but I think he's the better player out of 3 right now. He's the better player out of 3. So I would go with Daniel House.
Okay.
I like Harrison Barnes. Like me, I'm big on the experience, but good experience, not just any experience. Harrison Barnes played on the championship team.
Facts.
Bulls need
Yep.
championship players.
Yeah.
I'm taking that. And he's a starter. You know what I'm saying? He will be able to mentor and still be able to come in. And he's not a problem. You want to keep a good cohesive unit. So I take Harrison Barnes, especially because Robert Covington, I was on board with him. Like if you'd have asked me in the beginning of the season, I'd take Robert Covington. You know what I'm saying? But he hasn't been playing well as of late. So Harrison Barnes to me.
And I think what the role that Harrison Barnes played on that championship team is very similar to what we need him to do here. Literally, hit open shots, play smart, intelligent defense, pass the ball when needed. There you go.
Keep it simple.
I really like Harrison Barnes here. Let's go back to John Simmons. He says, I'm the official Patrick Williams stan. At worst, he's Andre Iggy, and at best, he's Kawhi with a better three-point shot.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Woo, those are big words. But you know what? I will say at a floor, you saying Andre Iguodala at a floor, defensively, I can see that. Now, don't forget, when people forget that after AI was traded from the Sixers, Andre Iguodala was a bad man on offense.
Yeah, dog.
You remember that one time he had a dunk where he brought his hand back, it's like he touched the back of his foot before he dunked.
Like, come on,
man. Andre Iguodala was a bad man.
Yeah, get it twisted now.
But if we're talking Iggy on the Warriors, Iggy as a floor for Patrick Williams, I like that.
I like it.
Yeah, that fits. Yeah, that fit.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see. I believe House is at $3 million while Harrison Barnes is at $20 million. Harrison is not that great. Come on, man. Nobody's saying he's that great, but that's why they said bought out. Did you miss that part? He said bought out. Bought out. All right, here's the thing. This gets me heat every time. LiAngelo Ball is balling out in G League. Should we pick him up as a shooter? No. Not going to happen. Listen, this is what I always say. There are 30 GMs and 30 presidents of basketball operations that literally their whole job is to find a gem. The fact that nobody has taken a shot at LiAngelo Ball to be on somebody's main roster should tell the kid is not ready. I'm not saying he's never going to be ready, but as of right now, no, keep him far away from this goddamn team. Far away from the team.
Agreed. We're gonna keep it short on that one.
Hey, it's more aspects to basketball than shooting. You gotta play defense, you got responsibilities on defense, you got passing, you gotta know how to run the plays. It's other stuff besides shooting the basketball.
Jello Ball greater than Matt Thomas. Well, there's a reason why Matt Thomas didn't play a single minute until half the 90% of the team,
half the team was
gone. So yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to say, that's cool. But guess what? That's still not a contributor on the NBA team.
Facts, man.
Oh man. Shay, remember Nikola Vucevic dropped his career high against us, and guess who was guarding him? Daniel Gafford.
Oh shit!
Hey,
he did.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Could we get that Vooch back?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
hey, could we get the Vooch that dunked on Paul Gasol?
Listen,
Vooch I want.
if we only get Vooch back for the playoffs, it's enough for me. Like if he played this way all the way up until March, and all of a sudden Jesus is like, all right, Vooch, I got you. Yeah. Like that's all I need. That's all I need.
I'll take that.
Come on.
All right. Praying that Eric Gordon gets bought out. Listen, if Eric Gordon gets bought out, if he gets bought out, absolutely.
I told y'all, come on.
You go get him?
Absolutely, man.
Both phones ringing at the same time.
And especially
what's that gonna do to Kobe?
But the thing is, right? If he gets bought out, that means we don't have to get rid of Kobe.
I know, but what that's gonna do to Kobe?
We don't give a fuck.
Let's go. I told you. Come on now.
You tell Kobe, you say, here, this is what I want you to do. I want you to follow Eric Gordon everywhere he goes.
Bro.
And hopefully you learn something. Like, but as far as playing time, I don't give a fuck what that does for Kobe White.
For real though.
Oh,
you already know.
Oh man. Okay, we got more crazy trade ideas. I'm not going to do a bunch of the trade ideas because I hate this that Bulls fans do. Vooch to Indy for Turner and come on, they're not doing that trade, man.
Nope.
They're not doing. And you say just throw in some picks. You got to do research. The Bulls have no picks to throw in. We ain't got no picks just to throw in.
For one, I don't want Jerami Grant. I mean,
on, man.
he was okay.
That's bad.
He chased after his bag when he really should have stayed in Denver. I'm gonna just be honest. But because you know what I'm saying, I'm not trading away those 3 assets for Jerami Grant. I'm good on that one.
No good.
For sure.
And I don't want Holiday back either. I liked him when he was here. He was okay. I don't want him back.
The only role that I would want Holiday in is the Matt Thomas role, just in case. Just in case, you
Garbage time.
Just in case. You're a veteran, just in case. Oh my God, this dude said bring Scalabrine back. Listen,
yeah, you drinking on some cognac, bruh. You already drinking cognac.
Let's go.
Oh man, my man said I gotta go back to that comment, man. He said he put it in the trade machine. That's the worst. Listen, I hate that
they
they
put it in that
shit,
trade
man.
machine.
Come on,
my
man.
God, man. That'll never happen in a million years.
Man,
I would
listen,
not make that trade.
No, that's a
Gar Pax trade right there.
That's exactly what that is, bro. And then they would extend Jerami Grant for $20 million for the next 3 years.
Man. Stupid.
That's a shame, dude. That's a shame.
I'm good on that one.
All right, Jonathan Washington, what do you think about Serge Ibaka?
I like Serge.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I would like Serge.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
I would like that a lot. I would like that a lot.
He could back Vooch up. Oh yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind Serge at all.
Come on.
I like both of your guests, bro. I like the way they think, explain, and talk basketball. Listen, we've been lucky as shit with guests, bro. And the fact this is our first time recording together. Whereas like Juju, because the only other guest I've had is Juju Knows Hoops. Me and him done a bunch of episodes together. And then last night I had my friend VJ. Me and her have been friends for 5 years talking basketball. So it was easy to have a chemistry. I will say this, bro. This is good chemistry for us. This is the first time for us three to be together. Man.
I appreciate right back at you, bro.
Thank you.
Right back at you, man. We appreciate you, bro.
All right.
I appreciate y'all too, man.
Is there a chance we don't make any moves this season? Are we still Eastern Conference Finals contenders?
Yep.
Yeah. There's absolutely that chance.
Absolutely.
And I think when you look at the way, again, I think it shouldn't be that crazy to say that we can make the Eastern Conference Finals. Top 10 in offense and defense. And we're still top 10 in offense with who was supposed to be our third best scorer playing like shit. You feel me? If Vooch was playing like Vooch typically does, we'd probably be top 3 in offense. So yes, we still have a chance.
I take that. Yeah.
If Vooch, yes. Ooh, that hurt me every time. Come on, Vooch. The reason I get so mad because y'all remember Boozer, man. Oh, Boozer finna come in. You remember him in the Jazz? He was so raw. And then he got with the Bulls, and it's like Boozer, what the?
Wait. His first season with the Bulls was really good.
Then
let's give him his credit. His first season was really good, and then after that, it was like, "Can we please start Todd?
For real?
Can we please start Todd?"
Dude, man, I don't know what he was putting in his head. That stuff.
It was that shit. It was the shit. Man. And then he went to the Lakers, and you know one thing though that I will say about Garpax, when they brought in some bad people, they got them out of there pretty quickly, and then they were usually out of the league 2 years later after that. Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to that trade. Somebody said for Zion Williamson, Patrick Williams, and Kobe. I'm not even bringing that up. Come on, man.
New Orleans.
BKR Sports.
Spit at you.
I've just been sitting here editing my stream thumbnails and really enjoy listening to this, lads. Keep up the good work. Thank you, bro. We appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Shay says, fun fact. Remember when I said, hey, first of all, spell my name right, bro. Come on. You've been in my streams too long to be misspelling my name. But Nikola Vucevic doesn't usually get going until after the All-Star break. Once he gets around playoff time, he snaps. Do you remember me saying? I do remember you saying that. We'll see if it comes. I hope from your mouth to God's ears. That's
Please.
For sure.
We'll see. It's not looking good. It's not.
Wait, okay. Do you think that Zach LaVine, you think he has what it takes to be the next Stephen Curry? Come on now.
Nah, man. Stop that.
Come on now.
If you want to connect, compare, the only person that's close to Steph Curry that I think is the man playing in Portland. And he ain't even Steph Curry.
No, he's not. That's it.
That's it.
And he's not even close. Literally not even close, bro. Not even close.
All right, let's see. Vooch don't fit the squad. That's why that has nothing to do
Nah,
with
he
when
fits.
you look at the offense, they're getting him good shots. It's
Yes.
not like if they weren't
knocking him down.
if he wasn't getting good shots or if he just wasn't getting in position or something like that, I would say okay, that maybe there's some realness to that. But at this point, no, he fits. It's just he's not hitting what the shots that they're getting him. Yeah,
no,
right.
You're absolutely. He's not performing. That's the only reason. He fits. He fits easily
for sure.
He definitely fits. Yeah.
Thunder Bulls fans have the most wild. Listen, it's every team
Man,
has their people that go to the trade. Like it's shit's crazy, man. Like I literally like on Twitter, I stopped responding to it because you'll be talking about something with the game and they'll be like such and such missed 5 shots tonight. We should go and trade him for Klay Thompson. How in the fuck is that gonna happen? How is that gonna happen?
I know damn well don't say that.
You know how that's how we do it, man. You know how Chicago do it, man.
Yeah, man. All right, this is a good thing. Imagine if P-Will didn't get hurt. Billy Donovan would probably be running him at center sometimes. How do you think he would be contributing right now? I honestly, if Patrick Williams would have worked himself out, and I don't try to make excuses for Patrick Williams, but I think people forget he went from guarding the best player on the perimeter to being a 4. People think that 3 to 4 is a easy switch. It's not when you're a 20-year-old second-year player and you're completely changing who you had to guard. But I think if he would have worked himself into getting comfortable and stuff defensively, I think him being next to Vooch defensively would have been great once he got back going. As far as playing Patrick Williams some at the center,
I don't know.
I think that would have been too much to throw at him for somebody who's just now learning how to play a 4 at the front court.
Yeah. Now that's too much for him.
Yeah, sure. Too much for him. Too much for sure.
He's great defensively, but like, great defenders have their limits. Like Kawhi can't guard Embiid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Paul George can't guard Joker. You know what I mean? Like that, like it's levels to this shit. Like the rapper say.
It's definitely levels.
Sure,
but even like you said, Haize, the man was transitioning to that 4 spot. You seen in the early games of the season, the man was timid to even shoot the damn 3 ball. He was wide open. It was that. I remember, I forgot who he was playing, but it was an early game in the season to where they literally, he didn't take the shot, passed out of it. They called a timeout. His teammates got on his ass. So,
but the game that he got hurt in, he was starting to be more aggressive before he got hurt. That game, he took a couple of open shots. And like he confidently he took him. I don't remember if he knocked him down or not, but that's why I think that he was getting to a place of being more comfortable in what he was playing. It just sucks that it got taken from him. But Patrick, I'm not ready. 20 years old, and keep in mind, LeBron said that he was impressed by the way he guarded him last season. You don't give up on that. After
not at all.
You don't give up on that.
LeBron ain't much to guard.
The people that guarded him, he dropped.
I mean, but y'all think he got moves or something? I mean, LeBron got moves.
Hey, the only reason he doesn't move more aggressively is because he's trying to keep his hairline where he doesn't want it to come off while he's playing. That's what.
Oh no! Come on, man.
All right, man. Let's. Does Zach LaVine get all NBA this year and qualify for the Supermax?
He qualified for the Supermax, but I don't know about
all 2 guard, right?
First team, but maybe second, third team.
He has to get all NBA first team to qualify for the Supermax.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, he has to.
He has to.
For the Supermax. He can get a max, but
he can get on the all NBA team. He could probably get there. Maybe.
I mean, he keeps playing and turning heads defensively too this year. I think he can for sure. I think he can. Now, Willie, I mean, you got to look at like what shooting guards right now are playing better than Zach LaVine. Honestly, realistically, chat. Let us know who you think. Like, I mean, somebody think of. Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody might put a Devin Booker out there.
Okay, that's fair.
But other than that, I can't really name.
You comfortable putting Devin Booker in front of Zach?
I wouldn't. But some people, like the voters, might, tilt towards that way because they might be like, well, Devin Booker was able to help his team reel off 17 straight wins. That's all that stuff plays into the argument. You can't, right. They consider all that stuff.
Hey, but it ain't no pick. I ain't picking Devin Booker over Zach.
I mean,
Zach is a better player. He is.
I think I try to be objective, right? I think if we had Devin Booker and didn't have Zach LaVine, I'd probably make an argument for Devin Booker being better than Zach LaVine, but because Zach is our guy, I'm always gonna bet on our guy. That's
you gotta
sure.
go with the home team, coach.
For sure. Let's see what's going on. What do you think about taking a look at Kyle Anderson? If so, what do you think it takes to get the? Do the Grizzlies get rid of Kyle Anderson? Is the question.
No, they don't.
I don't think they do, man. I don't think they do.
He don't fit this team neither. No.
Yeah.
He play like in slow motion, like the Matrix. Like
he do play slow. Yeah,
well, his nickname was Slow Mo, so I mean, it makes sense. Like, there
you go.
Like, and Kyle, he does make some smart basketball decisions.
He does.
You can literally see every wheel turning for him to get to the point of it.
It takes him 5 seconds to shoot a jump shot. 5 seconds, count it out. I swear, time him out.
He time about to count it out.
Oh. Shooting guards playing better than Zach LaVine this season. What do you guys think about Bradley Beal being above Zach LaVine so far this season?
I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, bro. I can't give you that just off the top. I can't give you that.
I
just can't give it to you.
Honestly, I would say that if anything, to me, again, this is me, and this isn't just to boost my guy, but what I've probably seen only 5 games from the Wizards this season so far. So let me be upfront about that. But if anything, Bradley Beal has been slightly disappointing to me this season, because I thought a full season without having John Wall there, he was going to ball out of control. Now that may just be me projecting my own expectations, but not that Bill has played badly, but to me, he hasn't. It's not really the it factor is kind of missing with Bill to me. Whereas like LaVine, he has that it factor. Like when he needs to take up, like there's been stretches where LaVine literally is known, I can get whatever shot I want to on you and you can't stop me. And I don't think like I've seen that from Bill in the games that I've seen from him this season so far.
Yeah. But from the stats, it says Bill and Bill.
Yeah, I agree. Better. But hey, he's not better than Zach.
Yeah.
So
I feel that. All right, let's see what else we got. Is that Oakley, Draymond? This team is solid. The only thing we're missing is that Oakley, Draymond, Rodman style enforcer who can focus purely on defense and throwing off the opposition with physicality. I've said before that like the Bulls are like a Kurt Thomas away from being what they needed before. Like people, and naturally you understand why they go to like who's the best player we can get to fill this for. But they don't really need that. They need a smart defensive veteran who can hit open shots and block some shots. That's what they need.
Yeah, I think they were I think Pat Will was coming into that person. Like he didn't need it. Your scores were with everyone healthy. Your scores are Zach LaVine, DeMar, and Vooch. And then you got your initiator, which would have been Lonzo Ball. Then you got your enforcer or someone, who can initiate maybe sometimes and then occasionally hit an open shot like a Draymond Green. That would have been Pat Williams' role. But obviously, we know what happened. But let's see what he do in March. He a young man. They heal pretty quick. So let's see what happens.
For sure. All right, let's see this. Considering the game nowadays is focused on shooting deep in the 3-ball, why do we ignore defense at the 3-point line and emphasize inside? I think because we don't have the one-on-one defenders. Like we don't have great one-on-one defenders outside of Lonzo. They can guard. At this point, I trust those two to guard anyone. Probably Io is going to get there as well. But because of us having to play team defense to be really effective defensively, I think that's why we see it not be as focused on the perimeter. What do you guys think?
I think that most of the time, like a lot of the teams, they're gonna take those 3-point shots. But if they're not fouling, there's no point in putting the emphasis on it unless you got like a killer like Steph Curry or somebody like that coming to the arena. You definitely want to make sure that happen. But me personally, I don't think they ignore that. I think that they want to focus more on forcing them off the 3-point line and then protecting the paint, because those when you can get the rebounds, because the offenses have, kind of caved in a bit and you can push the ball in transition. That's what the Bulls want to do. They want to run. So why not force the opposing team off the 3-point line, force them to drive, get the rebound, and push the ball up the floor. That's what I think is what's going on.
All right, like that. C-Dub, we can't hear you. Can't hear you, bro.
Yeah. You might have to.
The mic then went out on you, bro.
On the real.
Nah. All right, we'll let C-Dub work out his mic situation. Let's see. Cap says, how good or bad is our cap situation? Considering, so this is difficult to answer with the Bulls because forever they've said that they don't want to go into the luxury tax. If we're still artificially not going into that luxury tax and that's our cap, we're not the best. We're not terrible either, just because of the young players that we still have on the team. But once Zach signs his extension, we really are only going to have the mid-level next year.
Yeah,
and that's about it. So
yeah, especially with COVID messing up the the money a little bit and messing up with TV deals and all that because they had to have stoppage, and they hope, honestly, they might be scrambling right now to hope that it ain't no stoppage with outbreaks on several teams so far. They hoping they don't have to stop it right now. Sure. The cap ain't that good for a lot of teams unless you suck or trash. So you know what I mean? But yeah. I feel like we should be good because we locked up a couple pieces for some years. So
yeah, I mean we're good because when you look at it, like Lonzo, DeMar, Zach are all after Zach's extension are all going to be locked in for the next 3 years after that, right? Well, DeMar 2 years after that, but we'll have Lonzo for 3 more years and LaVine forever long he signs. Patrick Williams will still have another 2 years left on his rookie deal before it's time to extend him. Kobe, if we extend him or whatnot, but at this point, even if we do extend Kobe, he's not going to be getting what he could have got if he's playing better. Yeah, so I mean, really, long term, Caruso's contract as well. But we're good, right? We're not great. It's not like we're going to have enough cap space to openly sign like a 20-year free agent. $20 million a year free agent anytime soon.
Right.
But we'll have enough space to continually add to this roster and fill in holes where we need to.
Yeah, I think that'll be definitely good though. Because even with Pat Will, you still got the bird rights. So
yeah,
those still come into play whenever you think of money too. That's how the damn Denver Nuggets able to keep their players and keep signing all their people. Like all the people they drafted and developed within their system, they able to pay out all that money to Michael Porter Jr., Joker, Murray, and Will Barton, and all those guys because they got the bird rights. So you got a little wiggle room.
Michael Porter Jr. signing that extension, right? That extension, the huge extension that he's signed, and literally the exact reason why he fell in the draft was his back. It happened right after he signed that extension. That's crazy, man.
That hurt.
Yeah.
I know that hurt.
They're gonna be looking at that deal forever, like you motherfucker.
Especially if he don't come back and produce. So.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do this one. Remember, Patrick Williams will be back by the playoffs, so we don't need drastic changes unless we choose to move Vooch if this season-long slumps continues to the trade deadline. I don't think like I said, I don't see them trading Vooch even if it does continue till then. And like I said, with Patrick Williams coming back, he's going to get some playoff experience, but I don't think he's going to play more than 15 minutes a game when he does come back for the remainder of the season. So,
yeah, you keep that to a minimum with Pat Williams because the team already going to be. They're going to have their identity already figured out, and they pretty much got the identity figured out already now. You're not going to get rid of Vooch because, honestly, what else are you going to get back? You're not getting nothing fantastic back, so there's no point of moving on.
Yeah, for sure. Shay, do you think Daniel Tice could help the same if we could have kept him? I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. If we would have kept him, we wouldn't have been able to sign some of the people we did, especially looking at what he signed for. So, I mean, yeah, he could help, but the Bulls weren't going to be able to keep him at what he was ultimately demanding. So,
for sure. Agree to that.
Michael Porter finessed the hell out of the Nuggets, man. His
John Wall
let me not
situation.
Say it wasn't him. His back finessed the hell out of the Nuggets. His back was like, "Oh, we got our money. I'm done, bro. I'm done."
That was a John Wall situation right there.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, C-Dub?
Hey, y'all, I'm sorry, man. I had to charge my phone, man. I'm gonna probably get off here, man. Hey, that boy Haize, he the man, man. Y'all go on, man, and support that man, Joe. He did a good thing today. Me and my nephew appreciate him so much, man. all we do is we love the Bulls and we love talking about them. And this man, we trying to follow in his footsteps. Shout outs to you, bro.
Yes,
You did a
sir.
good thing for us
Appreciate
today.
that, fam. Appreciate
Yes,
that,
sir.
man. Anytime, bro.
Hey, man, I'm definitely gonna hit you up, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro.
You too, bro.
All right.
All right. All right, we're going to get ready to wrap up. We got a couple more that we're going to answer. Listen, these trade means are killing me. Cat is unhappy in Minnesota. Vuk, Patch, Kobe, Portland first. No, because the Portland first is going to be in the 20s. If we get it, it's going to be in the 20s. You're not going to trade two down players who are on down parts of their career. It's not going to happen, man. Come on.
I can't give up Pat and Vooch, though. Like,
come on, man. Y'all tripping on that one, man. Let's see. With LaVine, DeMar, and Lonzo being able to create their own shots, do you think we should get Nikola Vucevic going? I mean, that's what they tried to do. That's literally when Vuce does have good games is because they get him going early. Look at that first half against Charlotte. That's ideally how they want to use Vuce. So,
but Vuce got to be willing to work on it with himself too, because a lot of the times they give him the ball in the post and he's passing too early, in my opinion. Because that, like, when the opposing team flashes that defense, he's automatically like he's a good passer. So he passes out instead of, you know what I'm saying, letting them flash the defense, slowing down a little bit, and then taking advantage of the matchup. But that's another topic.
For sure. Josh Simmons with a good question. Can the Bulls win a championship the next 3 to 5 years without having a top 5 player? I think Zach could be top 10, but top 5 would be tough. Listen, if you go back and look at it, every 5 to 10 years, a team without a top 5 player wins the title. Go back to the Detroit Pistons that year that they won the title. So it's you need a top 5 if you only have 2 or 3 key pieces. The way that the Bulls are building this roster is a roster full of people that can score and do different things. So I think that they can. I think they can win one as early as this season, depending on how the matchups fall out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, a top 5 player would help. But if you're saying that Zach LaVine is top 10, considering what else we have around him, I think that'll be enough.
Yeah, you need a good team and a little bit of luck. And you never know what's gonna happen. It's the same way Kawhi got his championship in Toronto, and it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying, how the Suns, how they end up getting to the finals last year. But they are good. They were a good team. But they definitely had some luck along the way. But that's every postseason. So you just got to see what happens.
For sure. All right, BKR Sport, I'm going to head off. If you need an Australian Bulls fan to jump on for a chat, hit me up, man. Absolutely, bro. I'll be in touch. Yeah. I'll definitely be in touch.
Awesome. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. This one's for you. Bobby, do you think Lonzo getting a jump shot could help our offense be more lethal in half court, including transition offense? What do you think about that?
I think Lonzo Ball does a pretty good job already with his role. I don't really need to see Lonzo Ball develop a mid-range game, but he's already solid from the three-point line. Yes, he has some games where he doesn't hit, but once he sees 1 or 2 fall, he can get hot. So I think that he doesn't have to develop a mid-range game. Just continue to fill his role, initiate the offense, play solid defense, and when you get the open 3, knock it down. I think he's doing well right now.
I agree with that. All right, we're gonna go ahead, wrap this up. I'm gonna ask you one question before we leave. Bulls final record this season. What do you have us at?
82 games. So what? I think to compete. Can they win? Hold on. So they 17-10 right now. Mm-hmm. So that's 27 games. I think the Bulls can win 56 games.
Okay.
I think the Bulls can win 56 games.
I've been saying between 50 and 53 for me. So yeah, I can see that, especially depending on how things go.
And then I always, you know what I'm saying, wish good health on people. But it's kind of a good thing that they're getting the COVID thing out the way right now.
Absolutely.
So they can all come back and they can continue this push, you know, to where they want to go. So that's it, man. I think the Bulls can definitely win 56 games this year.
All right. From your mouth to God's ears. Let's hope that happens, man. All right, go ahead, plug your channel, your social media, everything, man, before we go.
All right, man. Hey, it's Chicago Sports with the Kognacboyz. It's me and my co-partner, C-Dub on all social media platforms at Kognacboyz. That's Cognac with a K, Kognacboyz on all social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Follow, like, subscribe, and drink some cognac.
I love it. You guys know you can follow me at Bull Central Pod on everything. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Somebody asked if I have a phone line. Yes, it's in the description. I actually do have a phone line. I don't think I've ever plugged in and said you guys can actually call in live while I'm on, but you can. But yeah, so we have that. I will be streaming again 2 days from now in place of when the Bulls should have been playing Toronto, I think. So we'll be on again. You guys can call in then. We can do it that way. But that's it for me tonight. Y'all tired me the hell out, man.
Yes, sir. Good talk, my man.
Definitely. Y'all know I love y'all and appreciate y'all in the chat. Thank you for all the support. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. And like I like to end every video and thing I do, go Bulls. Love you guys.
Let's get it.